Hey, so what is the new Minions movie bringing into your home? What is it actually teaching your kids specifically? And then more importantly, what is it bringing into your home? And let's just say it's not just a fun time. So my name is Tommy Taylor.
And I'm Desnekka.
And we're actually marriage consultants that want to help you gain a fresh perspective on what it means to protect your family against these type of things.
Absolutely. We spend our time equipping families, teaching families about what's going on. There are so many different battles in the home right now between marriages and strongholds on kids and questioning all of these things and such a division. And we want to talk about things like, hey, what is this Minion movie? How does that even play a role? Does it play a role? And if so, what is that? And so let's start diving into it. We're going to just dive straight forward into it. Let's start by the Minions one. Okay, I think they're hilarious. And you can have different perspectives because I think they're actually really funny.
Personally, my personal opinion on them, regardless of what movie they just made, I hate them. I hate the sounds annoy me. The voices annoy me. Like, I don't even like them. The stories of the movie, all of it sucks to me. I'm sorry if I just offended you, but I don't like any of it.
So anyways, you're going to have both perspectives, right? So Tommy didn't like them originally. I thought they were funny. But so what does this particular movie actually say, though? Because they could not find a more evil person to serve. So what do? They actually found a spell book and they go into the Venn diagram and they start casting spells. So the first thing that we are teaching kids from this perspective is, hey, totally fine for you to cast spells and to do witchcraft. And this is a real thing. But by the way, it's really just a play thing. It's just a lighthearted thing. It's okay if you're casting
just
spells.
Kids being kids, just because what kids do is they just play with Ouija boards, cast spells, and play with demons. That's what kids just do nowadays, It's okay. It's all cool. It's just all fun time and games.
And it's really not. But it's making light of a big situation. And it's not hard to find spells or a spell book or to be able to draw none of those things are complicated.
Especially nowadays.
Yeah, especially nowadays. And so when you bring this into the home, you're teaching your kids that, hey, to do witchcraft and to do those things is okay. It's fun, it's lighthearted, it's not a big deal, nothing bad comes of it. And when you you're just gonna get these cute little creatures and you're gonna make these new friends. So the next perspective is, at first, can you pull up the Zagomi? I don't know how to exactly pronounce it. Like this big scary thing comes out and they were terrified. And then it turns into this cute little green thing. And they're like, oh.
Gomi, Goomi.
Yeah. So this thing was all big and scary. And then it's like, oh, this cute little thing. And then this is also now what they are selling as a toy. So people are bringing this demon into their home and been like, oh, this is my friend. This is my, this is just a buddy. It's not scary. Demons aren't scary. And, even if they were, they don't look it in this picture. So it's saying that if something just appears on the outside as not scary and not bad, it's good and you should accept it and you should just receive it.
Yeah, this is nothing new. Let's just be honest. This has been going on for a long time. Mm-hmm. The mermaid, are you kidding me? Since I was a kid. I mean, you have all these marine kingdoms. Mermaids are not good. They're real, but they're marine kingdoms and they're demonic. And then you have all these different things, but the Gumi thing represents like a familiar spirit most likely, or it could be a spirit of deception, a lying spirit, witchcraft. It could even be a cult level. I don't know. But the thing is, it could represent those things. And the thing is, there is such a thing as accursed items. And so these things can come into your home. And then guess what? All of a sudden, you got people getting sick. You got people getting like diseases. You have all this like stuff attacking your finances. And then you just unleash, like you just literally opened a door, a key for things like that to come into your home. Not that it wasn't there before, but you just gave way more access.
So watching it in Hollywood is known, like all of the production is known to actually do real spells. Now, they're not going to come out and straightforward and tell you that. You have to go into like the people who have kind of been in part of the whole Hollywood scene. There has been individuals that were a part of it that have come out and they will give you their real testimony about what goes on. And so in scenes from Hollywood and different movies, when they're doing spells, they're actual real spells. So then your kids are saying them and it's being spoken over your home. So you're opening up doors for the demonic activity. So you're opening up doors for curses to come land in your house and towards your kids and towards you, and demons to have permission because you're inviting them in. And so when you carry this little Gumi thing around and you're just like, hey, and opening the door and watching this movie, you're saying, hey, the demonic is welcome here. You're welcome. My door is open and I'm inviting you in. And so that is legal permission. And so if you're like, hey, I don't know why all of a sudden we're getting sick or we're experiencing rejection or
kids questioning their sexuality or wanting to be a girl when they're a boy.
And vice versa, or, just retaliating or all of a sudden like super depressed and anxious or stop eating, overeating, all of those they're attacked in different ways. And so that is a huge thing. But these are some of the biggest concepts that we see, and we've been, equipping our clients to fight against. But talk about the next one that they portray in there as well.
Yeah, this is even way worse. Way worse. It just gradually gets way, 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 way worse. Anyways, Phillips... Such a stupid name. It's a sea monster. Wonder what else, if you know anything about demonology, could be a sea monster. Well, there's a lot of things in the Marine Kingdom, but the most common one that you're going to hear about when it comes to sea monsters is Leviathan.
Which is the most, so powerful.
He's the king. The king.
And
it's not good.
No, and you most certainly don't want to open up the door for Leviathan, because Leviathan is a twisting serpent. Also is one that you do not just cast out and you do not just attack on your own. So if you're like, oh, I need to go back and, start canceling agreements or rebuking things out of my house, you do not just cast this one out.
It can kill you.
It can. And so we're just going to go ahead and give you that warning. Do not do it. You need to seek out help on how to actually get rid of Leviathan out of your life in the right way, so that you don't just anger him and provoke him to murder, because there is spirit of death, and there is permission for you to have things attack you or your family and take you out early. That's not God's will.
Yeah, if you want to go to a relatively cheap way to do this, go to actually Katie Souza's actual page, her site, and look up the Serpent and the Soul course. It's like $300, pretty cheap, and then it will teach you how to cast most of these things out.
Yeah.
And
she also has just free videos on it.
Yeah, you could do that. Me personally, if I'm messing with Leviathan, I don't want to do it kind of halfway at all. And so you need to make sure, while she does have videos that can do it fully, I would just make sure you have the right one, because there's a lot that's to it. But
I want to comment also, because when you're talking about what are you inviting into your home, Leviathan is a twisting serpent. So he will actually be a part of twisting words from you to another. And this is one of the biggest dividers. No. Am I saying that demons are the only thing that cause marriage problems? Absolutely not.
We don't play in that camp.
We do not play that game. However, do they play a role? Yes, they do. And so you have to heal mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, all of them, to have the healthy marriage. But Leviathan is one of the biggest ones to twist the words, where when you speak, your spouse hears something completely different. Now, there's a multitude of different reasons that this occurs. One's beliefs, one's lens, one's past hurts. But on the spiritual side, this serpent is really known for causing that division. So one of the biggest attacks against you. And when you watch the movie, you're inviting it in.
Also, another thing that it's known for, Leviathan is a serpent of pride. So Leviathan, it talks about it. Go read Job if you want to do that. But regardless, he's all in the Bible, Leviathan, and he's a serpent of pride, and that means his scales are so thick that not even water can get through. And so a lot of times people have a veil over their eyes, and they have a lot of pride, but then they also can't see what's really going on. They're not even open to hearing what's going on, and it's they're blind to everything. And so it's why is nothing getting through to them? Why are they not listening to me? It's they're hearing one thing, and that goes back to twisting the words. And so then there's a lot of anger and strife and division in your home. And look, we're not those people again that'd be well, everything's a demon.
No.
Could this be here? Sure, but here's the thing: even if you were to cast this out, but you don't take care of the strongholds, which is the mindset, the deep-rooted beliefs, all those things, guess what it's going to do? It's going to come right back in. So you have to have all those things, and this isn't the only thing causing this. You could have no demons in you at all and still have this issue.
You could.
So, just for the record with that.
So it's not just, but we are calling out particularly what are you inviting in to your home by watching the Minions and making it not a big deal and just a lighthearted, quote unquote, innocent thing. So let's talk about the next one.
Yeah. These aren't as quite as bad, but they're pretty up there. Irene, and you got a giant destructive monster. So this could represent a lot of different things. Really, to rely on really what these could be, you would really, and this is going to be more dependent upon the individual specifically. So, but some things that could be is Apollyon, Abaddon, and these are called like high-ranking, basically territorial spirits in some cases, but they're more like honestly a cult level, mostly. And I'm pretty sure Apollion's from the Greek kingdom, if I'm not mistaken, or it could be from the Nordic. I can't remember exactly, but these things can actually wreak a lot of havoc in your home.
Destroyer, destruction. I don't think that sounds good, and I wouldn't want to invite that into my house.
Yeah. And the dangerous part about these is, guess what? When one comes in, so a cult level comes in, guess what they bring with them? Others to operate in, because they operate in kingdoms. And so the thing is with these is you have to understand, like, yes, a Christian can have demons. I don't know where like people think that just because you're saved by the blood of Jesus Christ doesn't mean you can't. Everything's washed clean up, no problems. Really? Then why are Christians that are washed clean, broke, living like in wheelchairs, have diseases like cancer and all these other things? Why is it that all those things are still happening? It's because of demonic activity. There's a lot of Christians that are really on fire for God. Well, there are some Christians that are really on fire for God. There's a lot of lukewarm Christians. Let's tell the truth here. But the thing is like, even those are really on fire for God, you look at a lot of their lives, not all of them, but a lot of their lives, it doesn't look like it's supposed to. It's like this, I'm doing every bit of this stuff, but it doesn't look like what God says it should look like. And a lot of the reason, now there could be seasons with that you're going through, but a lot of that is because of demonic bondage.
There's so much bondage in this, and you have to understand that we live in a spiritual world. There is a battle going on, and witches and warlocks are very prevalent in today's society. They've also had a rising up, and what I love to see is the witches and the warlocks turning to Christ because they recognize that, yes, and they tell their testimony that they're doing spells, they're casting spells, that they are attacking. They attack pastors, they attack pastors' kids, they attack Christians because they hate us. But what turns why the ones that do turn is when they realize that all of their rituals and they're doing blood sacrifices and to gain power and to attack Christians. And when, it's like some Christians, they're like, we weren't able to attack, and they figure out why. And it was because hey, they actually had that freedom. And it's not just all Christians have that protection of the blood of Jesus, because if there's open doors and you're inviting things in, then they have that ability.
Yes.
You told them that they can be there. You gave them that access. And so you have to actually remove those things. And so when you're bringing in and watching the minions, and wow, I thought they were cute and funny before, now I can no longer stand beside them or watch them or anything along those lines, because they are teaching that, hey, all of this stuff is fun and lighthearted, and it's not. It's these things are not innocent things. I had a curse in my life that was based from my mom playing with a Ouija board when she was a kid. And, it was a quote unquote innocent thing. She's like, we just thought it was a game. No, it's not just a game. These are real things. And then she was tormented by a spirit for a long time because of playing with those things. And these are real things that you invite into your home when you start watching these.
Yeah, and I understand we're going to get half the people that are like, yes, this is real. I'm glad someone's saying something. Yes, I experienced that. You're going to get the other half of the crowd be like, dude, y'all guys need to chill out. This is crazy. Get off your high horse. Stop being religious, all this stuff. Dude, here's the thing. For the people that are skeptical about this, here's my suggestion to you. Dive deep into the demonic. You'll figure out real quick on how real it really is.
Yes.
Go deep into it. Go crazy in a sin lifestyle. You're like, that's the opposite of what I expected to hear from you. No. If the best way for an atheist or an agnostic or someone that doesn't believe that this is actually real to prove that it's real is to dive really deep into sin. It will come out and you'll start hearing them speak in your head and manifest in your life. And even I've had astral projections walked in my room with witches and warlocks, and I've seen them, heard them, felt them. I've had them put their hand on my neck. I've had that's just some things. Right? This stuff is extremely real.
It is real, and you want to be aware of what you're teaching, what you're inviting in, because we already live in a fallen world. We already have issues and healing that, you need to go through, and especially into the home, so the enemy's strategy is to attack the body of Christ. He wants to cause that separation and division. So that's why there's such an attack on churches and pastors to begin with, because
marriages.
That would be second. So, right, if you attack a church and, it's going to affect the flock. So they have a high attack rate. And then marriages, because if you attack a marriage and you cause division in the household, then you cause that split. Because a division, like a divorce and a division isn't just like, oh, well, we got a divorce. No, that's generational impact and generational bondage for generations to come. And so the enemy has a strategic attack to attack like leaders for Christ, and then also marriages. And this is one of those ways that they're sneaking in. And they're the Christians that haven't been taught, that are, lukewarm or just entry like into their walk, don't know what's going on. So we're here to speak the truth, to warn you, to give you that insight so that you can make a decision to protect your house.
Yeah. And here's my stance on this. I used to be like, well, I don't believe in curses. That's Old Testament. Okay, here's the thing. I agree with you. I used to believe that generational curses were real, and then I still believe they're real, but not in the essence of the way I used to. So in the Bible, in Deuteronomy, it talks about those. But if you notice, that's talking about God cursing you. That's about God casting down a curse. We're not talking about witches or warlocks cursing you. And so there's other ways to have curses. And also they say that in Revelation that the curse ends. So it's like, really, when does it end? But the thing is like with this, this is actually even scarier than what you think. Deuteronomy talks about going back to 4 generations. When someone else curses you, or other curses that get brought in through activities that your bloodline does, it don't have a timeline on it. Now, it can go back. I had a curse go back 100 generations. 100.
Now, do we say that to scare you? No.
Yes. I mean, I say it partially to scare you. I'm not going to lie.
But we don't want you to live in fear, because that's not where you're supposed to live, right? Because through Christ, we are conquerors if you have the knowledge and to be able to break free. So we teach you these things so that you will be able to like break free and break the bondage. Because while curses can be passed down, so can blessings. And you can be the one, we're the ones in our family breaking all of the chains, cleaning our bloodline, and passing on blessings and prosperity and the hope and all of the anointing and all of that being passed down, versus like the curses and all of that type of activity. But you get to decide which side are you going to be on and passing down.
Yes. So you have to choose at the end of the day. But this stuff, like, I would encourage you not to watch. This is a time like we've done an Avengers video and stuff like that. But I personally have a problem with watching Avengers. Doctor Strange is questionable. Definitely don't watch. I would say don't watch the whole witchcraft stuff with like the whole red witch stuff. I forget her name. But when it comes to this stuff, like anything of witchcraft wise,
casting spells, absolutely
casting spells, saying spells on screen, highly suggest not watching it.
No, because you don't want to open it up. You don't want to invite it in. You also don't want to teach that it's innocent and it's not a big deal, because demons actually do portray as, hey, friendly. So the familiar spirits, the friendly, all of those, they want to act that way to get an insight, but they do not have your best interest at heart. They are against you and hate you, and they will deceive you. They're very manipulative. So we wanted to give you that warning so you can have insight and to make the best decision for your home. So let us know, are you disappointed with where the minions went, or like were you kind of indifferent? I'm kind of curious. I was really disappointed with where they went.
Personally, I hated them anyways all this long, so I'm kind of glad that they went the direction that they went. Probably why I hated them, because I don't like the minions. And yes, I can hate little cartoon characters. It's fine. But anyways, drop a comment down below on where you're at. And if you found this valuable, as always, share, like, subscribe, and we'll pump out more content, more for you to really get the most out of. Have a good one. Bye.